If you were to sum up UCL's running back unit in 2021, it could be best described by one man, and that would be Jace Gardner, the now sophomore, the then freshman out of Moore High School. If you go way back to signing day 2020, you will recall I was high on this man. I even said at that time, despite proven backs on the roster such as TJ Roberts, Seymour Daniels, Peyton Scott, Tucker Pauley, and then highly regarded Will Phillips off of redshirt, it would be foolish for me to say he would play, but knowing him, just seeing him the last 3 years and more, I said do not be surprised if he does force his way onto the field. We know there was no 2020 season, so you fast forward to 2021. Lo and behold, he emerges in the long run as the best back on the team. And this is no disrespect to Peyton Scott, who I think is a great change of pace back. I think is a great special teamer. If you recall, he had a block punt against Lincoln in 2019. Almost had a couple this past season. I really think is more shifty, low to the ground, hard to find. I think him and Jace make a great 1-2 punch, as was the case down the stretch of the season. But if you look at the totality of Jace Gardner's work, especially considering the offensive line woes early in the season, you know, the first, I would say, 4 games, the offensive line was not great. And the fact that he was still able to have success there, you go back into Emporia, he had a nice touchdown run to cut the lead down to 10 in the 4th. You go to Northeastern State, I think it was his first 100-yard game. Again, you look at the Washburn game, and that might have been his best game of the season, because that Washburn team was very good this past season. And if you go back to those final 2 drives specifically, especially the drive where he unfortunately, I think he injured his ankle at that time, was having a monster fourth quarter. I mean, was just running through people, and again at 2:15 roughly, you know, a guy that I always said, in my opinion, gets stronger as the game goes on, which is of vital importance, especially when you're trying to grind clock, secure leads. Is somebody that I believe that can do that. He's somebody that has tremendous balance. I don't know how the man does it. Runs with great pad level for a guy that's 5'10". It's just a complete back to me also, because if you look at his stats, not only did he lead the team 549 yards rushing with 6 touchdowns, averaging 5.1 yards a carry. But he also was 4th on the team in receptions with 26 for 176. It's nothing but here, a complete back, 215, powerful, low center of gravity. Is just a guy, like I said before, I feel like you can get 20-25 carries a game. And I like to think now with Tucker Pauley gone, you know, him and Peyton could form a very nice thunder and lightning a duo, as was the case a little bit some down the stretch, especially if you get Stephon and his 11 rushing touchdowns in there. It's going to be very tough for opposing defenses, in my opinion, to stop the ground game if the offensive line is able to take that next step. I'm looking at Peyton's stats on the season: 344 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, 4.8 yards a carry. Again, I think if you're the new staff here, you have to be really excited about the running back duo there that you have returning, along with a few of the red shirts. As you recall, last season there were several athletes signed. I know a few of them were indeed running backs. There was a guy out of Alex, I think, that is like statistically one of the best in state history. So there is talent there, and I'm really looking forward to see how head coach Alan Dorrell and his staff decides to use that. But again, I think the future is very bright for Jace, and I think it's also going to be a better season for Peyton Scott as well. Tune in next week as we break down the wide receiving core and the H-back room and talk about how this unit can take the next step after an uneven performance. Talk to you all then. Have a great day.